Oh, good morning. Welcome to the channel. So this morning we're heading off to Port Orchard, Washington to a big car show. I guess it's supposed to be like one of the biggest in the areas. This is the 30th anniversary of it. It's so big that they're having 30 different categories of cars or motorcycles to judge. As you can see out here, it's kind of cloudy and rainy today, which unusual for the Seattle area. Actually, this is the first rain we've gotten in about 55 days. It's supposed to rain off and on, hopefully not too much, won't get in our way. So we'll head on over there. It's about an hour and a half from here, so I'll just see you over there, all right? All right, so we made it to Port Orchard. Started the walk through all these cars. Got a lot of cars here. Back there was the VFW. They had motorcycles. I took a few pictures. They had a really nice Vietnam tribute bike made by OCC, so I'll throw that up on the Instagram. But basically, I'm gonna drive around, let you see the cars. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking. If I see something interesting, I'll make comment on. Okay, so I mentioned that there was like 30 different classes. There's actually 60 different classes of cars. Now, this one is kind of funny as we have, yes, those are hearse. I see we got 3 hearse over here. That one's pretty plain, but this one here, they've kind of done it all up with, I think this might be even a club, a hearse club. Can you imagine that? Now, when my dad was a kid back in the 50s, he actually turned a hearse into a dragster and had it all souped up. So it's not the craziest thing. All right, so as I'm walking around, take out this guy over my shoulder. I don't know if you can see him or not. Yeah. That's a pink mohawk. Can you believe that? Ain't that silly looking? All right, let's take a look at some more cars. As you can see, there's cars from all eras. Brand new Mustangs, old Corvettes. Looks like you name it, you got it. Yeah, look at this. Look at a VW camper. El Camino. Just so you can get your bearing, you know, Port Orchard's actually located right on the Puget Sound here. If you come here at the right time of the year, you can actually see the killer whales. They come in through the sound up close. Lots of houses right along the water. Big money houses.
What a perfect day.
As you can see, lots of cars. Like every parking lot along the waterfront has cars. Oh, and I see a Cobra. Let's go take a look. What's cooler, the truck or the motorcycle in the back? The American supercar. The Viper.
Don't touch. No, don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch.
As cool as the Viper is, I still like my Corvette better. Now, if you're a kid growing up in England, everybody's first car was the Mini, the original Mini. It's like these cars are indestructible. You drive them in rally.
That little thing a camera?
So you even have right side drive. So if you're a teenage kid growing up in England, that's what you wanted. Well, like I was saying, they got everything here. Here's a whole group of nothing but Hemis, Challengers, and Chargers. I think somebody's a Seahawk fan. It's like there's 3 rows of nothing but Challengers and Chargers. So last week when we were at the show in Yelm, you might remember the old truck that they turned to make it look rusty, and the surfer truck over there. Yeah, it's the same guys in the cute little funny looking truck. But yeah, this is a same old car club. And you know, I had mentioned to you earlier that it was many different types of cars. Look at this. We got a whole row of VW Bugs. This one did some serious modifications. He's saying that those front windows actually started life out as side windows. Now, when I was in high school, after I totaled my AMC Hornet and drag race, I drove around in a yellow 76 Bug until I graduated, along with my 79 Ranchero that I would drag race. And there's those SS's with the Corvette engines in them. You got a whole row of them too. Well, I finally found my car. This has always been my dream car. 62 Impala. I just love these things. One of my mother's classmates has one. I keep trying to get him to sell it to me. My favorite part is the round tail lights. I just love those. Maybe someday. So the weather's starting to get crap. You can almost see how the water's getting choppy. It's starting to rain a little bit. Coats are starting to come out. Hopefully it'll clear up here in a little bit and we can see some more stuff. Alright, yeah, the rain's going a bit. I had to break out the jacket. Don't get fooled. I'm not a Boston Red Sox fan. I happen to coach my grandson's Little League team, and they were the Red Sox, so I bought the jacket so I could be out there. Because, you know, in Oregon in the spring, it's still cold and rainy. Well, it looks like the rain might be dying down a little bit. The wind is still blowing, so I'm going to get back with you. It's getting worse. The wind's picking up, the rain's picking up. It's like we're in the Seattle area or something. Up here in the Pacific, up here in the Pacific Northwest. Like I said earlier, we hadn't had rain in like 54 days. Now we're getting it hard. Oh, as I'm talking, I've stumbled upon a Lotus Esprit. I actually looked at one of these when I was like 19 years old, and they wanted $63,000 for it then. But this is the James Bond car that turns into a submarine. You can see a lot of the people have their cars for sale. Rain's still going, but this is the car that I grew up with. My parents had two of them. We actually went cross country on this thing. I used to sleep in the back seat there, and my sister would sleep in the floorboard. Chevy Corvair. Cool thing about it is the engine's back here. Air cooled. We'd be driving through the desert, all the cars would be overheating, but not us. I'm always trying to find one of these. These are great. This is the car I grew up with.
Did you really?
Yes. My parents had two of them. And my dad had a Spider, and then my mother had a Monza.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and we would travel cross country, and I think.
Spider.
62?
Yes, first year of the Spider.
Yeah, it was like his first car he bought when he was in the Navy. He had a red Spider, my mother had a white Monza.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
He still has his first one.
Yeah, I got my first
Yep.
I've got a 1960 that I got when I was 17. I still got it.
Yeah, I think
This one here is my 69. That's the very last year they built those was 69. They only made 6,000 of them, and that is number 5874.
Yeah, Ralph Nader screwed it all up for all of us.
He did. Hope this changes up a little bit. It's getting a little nasty out here now.
Oh yeah. Well, when I saw that on the weather, it was supposed to have like 2 or 3 things like this throughout the day. So hopefully. Oh, it's always cool to find somebody that has a Corvair and can tell me some stuff about it. This one's 1969, the last year they made them. They only made 6,000. And this one was like 5,900 something. All right, so here we are in Pacific Northwest, and we got a lowrider club. It's almost like we're in down in East LA. This all looks really cool and stuff, but they're not real practical. That's just crazy. These little tiny wheels. So there's the magic behind the curtain. Bunch of batteries, hydraulic stuff. Ah! The storm's getting crazy. The rain's going down hard now. Wind, rain. Ah! It's supposed to be August. I think I'm going to start to melt. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to run. We're stuck out here in this mess. All right, so the rain's let up a little bit. I saw this Cobra from way across, so I thought we'd take a look at it. There's a lot of cars, people are leaving because of the rain. They're afraid the cars are gonna melt. Here we go, 63. Oh yeah, it's the real deal. Right next to it, we've got a resto mod. So they've taken a old Corvette look and put a new Corvette stuff underneath it. So looking at the inside, it looks like it's a C5 that they've put a resto mod kit on. But can't get over this Cobra. It's like $1 million car. And that guy needs some brake work. So yeah, because of rain, a lot of people are trying to leave, but we're not. We're gonna go see what else we can find. I see several more parking lots with the cars, so let's take a look. Just have some ladies walk up and give us free popcorn. I think they're trying to get rid of it before it gets all soggy. But oddly enough, it's not wet. Okay, so I've been talking about all the different categories of cars around here. You've seen just about everything. But here's something we have never seen. Yeah, a typewriter car. And it's actually entered. Now that's kind of funny. All right, so when you think of a Volvo, you think of the old safe Swedish car. Take a look at this Volvo. I've never seen one this old before. And to prove it's a Volvo, there it is, right on the front. Never know what we're going to see here. So that was a 1964 Volvo. I would have guessed older because it kind of has the 50 body style. But I just talked to the owner of it and it's a 1964. All right, so the holy grail of Corvettes is the 63 split window Stingray. And here is one right here. As we move around the back, there it is, the split window. Unfortunately, a lot of people, they didn't like that, so they actually had it removed and turned into one big window. So in '64, they came out with the window, just a solid piece. But if you ask me, that just adds a lot of class to it with that window like that. All right, so 1929 Woody Surfermobile. Want to see how much it's into surfing? Check out the hood ornament. Little surfer guy. But that's not the funny part. The funny part is an old bedpan as the air intake. Where do these people come up with this stuff? Take a look inside. Looks like it's actually kind of ahead of its time for 1929. So we got the surfboards up on top. Carry your luggage. This would be a fun beach car. So any of you all that are fans of REO Speedwagon, the band, a lot of you know that they were named after a vehicle. Well, there it is. REO. If you can read it or not, REO Speedwagon. It's here on the side too. I don't think this gear shift is stock though. It's a double barrel shotgun. Let me take you around the other side and show you. There we go, double barrel shotgun gear shift. It's like a big old thick engine. This thing's like a boat anchor than an engine. But yep, real live REO Speedwagon.
You see where the spark plugs are going.
Well, as you can see, actually the day started getting a little bit better. The sun came out. The water's not as crazy as it was. In fact, just walk down here. So now we have just nice little waves instead of the storm we had earlier. So it actually turned out to be a pretty nice day. We've looked at every car there is. Now we're just kind of hanging out because they're going to have the award ceremony and see what people have won, see how the cars did. The thing I'm actually waiting for is they're doing a drawing for this little pedal car, and I bought a bunch of tickets for it, so maybe I'll win it. If I do, I'll put it on the thing. Of course, the chances are pretty small that I will win it, but you know, you never know. So I'll see you back at home, probably here, well, it'll be no time for you, a few hours for me. See you soon. All right, so made it home from Port Orchard. Now the sun's out. It's actually pretty nice out here, like 71 degrees. We did hang around for the award ceremony, And that Volvo we saw that looked really old, well, it won best foreign car. And those hearse we saw, they actually won an award called Last Ride Award. So, but I didn't win the pedal car, but I did win a thermometer of an old Texaco gas pump. So all in all, it was a pretty good day, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next trip. Y'all have a good night.